Hello there everybody, welcome along to PSGL F1 Season 25 Round 4 here at the Circuit Gilles Villeneuve for the Canadian Grand Prix. And as I'm just being told in the chat, it's going to be a wet race, a heavy wet race. Lovely. We just love to see it. And yeah, that could be what stops Jarno. So we've got to be hopeful about that. Currently watching second place man in the championship, Jonathan Close. But yeah, with me in the commentary box, Owen Wyatt, well that's who I am, and then obviously big man Odems.
Hello, happy to be here. I might have to dip in and out on occasion because I need to sort a few things out externally, so hopefully the stream's not too choppy, but yeah, happy to be here. I'm not looking forward to this at all, by the way.
I think a wet race is pretty much the worst thing you can have happen here. I mean, in a real life race, of course, it's the best thing that can happen, but I've just been reminded of PSGL F2 Season 23, and that was the only wet calendar race I can recall doing, and it was an absolute bore fest until it got dry. Well, that might have been a different league. I might have done multiple wets. Either way, it's always fun when it's dry, not when it's wet. As Jonathan goes fastest, as Odems leaves us forever. So yeah, it is Jonathan then fastest. Of course, Louis being on the pad, I think, would love a wet race, wouldn't he? He would be loving the pad traction. Rafa, of course, I think, is he on a pad as well? I struggle to remember who's on a pad. Of course, I want Rafa to be on a pad because it means he'll do well, and it means I've got justified reason for him being my championship favourite. I am still sticking by that, goddammit. He will do it. He will do it. Don't ask Kai, he just will. Midnight, me and him, we had a crashing affair in open lobbies pretty much way too many times, if I'm honest. But yeah, he's currently running round looking to do a good lap time. Currently 1 minute 7.8 is the fastest, so we will see if Midnight can beat that, and then we'll find Louis when he's on his lap. Of course, he's in the pit at the moment. Jarno is also in the pit at the moment, so the only guy at the top after the guys we've seen so far is actually yeah, Jonathan, but Midnight has gone fastest. Blizzard's already done his lap. It wasn't a particularly good one. How about Casper? Let's see Casper, see how he's getting on. And that McLaren still rocking one of the ugliest helmet designs I've ever seen.
Oh, and shut up.
Look at it, Casper's helmet design. It's just yucky. Why do the best drivers always have the worst designs?
Well, yeah, it doesn't go with the car at all, does it?
It just doesn't. Who would have thought orange, green and vomit yellow would have worked? That's just...
yeah, it's a bit... It's a bit sophisticated, not gonna lie.
Yes.
No, about the helmet is Owen. It's about what they do on track.
Well, the helmet does help as well. I reckon it gives you a decent half tenth per second, as would the slipstream, although it must be probably a bit more than half a tenth, more than half a second if you get it right. But look at this, Lee Finlay giving a beautiful wee toe there for Casper. Nails the fast final chicane. Easy to get that one wrong, of course, but he hasn't on this occasion as he goes P2. Close, but not quite close enough.
Decent lap for Midnight. I know that would probably be my best lap if even at my prime.
I'd be nowhere near that lap, although I don't think that would really be a surprise to anybody.
Yeah, this track and pads and me, just three combinations of bad things.
Yeah. Right, here's a Toxic Tomato. Only guy out there on mediums at the moment. Of course, there's absolutely no point in that if it is going to be a full wet race. But let him do what he wants to do. If he sticks it in the wall, he sticks it in the wall. It reminds me of what Parallax was doing yesterday in his Tauros, so he got it all wrong completely. In F3, it was quite funny. Paragot spent the last 3 races begging for a teammate, and the second he got one, it just went disastrously. And yeah,
so that's number 1 on your counter of mentioning F3.
Yes.
You have 2 more chances.
Well, I'm still top of the F3 standings as far as I'm aware, so that's going quite well.
That's 2.
If you want to see me potentially win that thing, this is still part of point 2, then please do be watching on Sundays at 8. Don't be watching F4 or F5. F3 is fun, and it's great. I went from 20th to 8th. It was a good race. And then I won't plug the third point until I can think about it. But it is going to be fun, so you'll enjoy it when you watch it. And there's actually a championship fight going on as well. This is screwed. Like I say, looked at the championship standings before. I said this to Odems. Jarno is 24 points clear of Jonathan, and that means that he's got double the points. That's unbelievable after 3 rounds.
He could just, yeah, he could DNF and Jonathan could get 2 second places and he'd still be leading.
It's unbelievable.
Ridiculous.
Like, some alien activity is just not encouraged by anyone, but he just does it. I think he wanted to outdo Louis. I think that was the idea, really, isn't it? He's got to rock in here and ruin Louis' party. Louis has been dreadful this season. It has to be said.
I think the only real thing that's the only honourable thing to do would be for one of the people at the back. Well, I think that's all we can really. If you have any sort of shame for yourself, you would do that, right? Am I wrong?
Yeah, no, I agree.
Right.
I absolutely agree with that.
You can't hack it. Hack him.
Exactly.
Take him out. Simple.
Yeah. No, I agree fully with that. But the issue is they'll get banned. You know, they'll get banned.
Yeah, but you know, PSGL. If it's corrupt enough that you could probably get away with it.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure someone will try at some point.
Make sure to just kiss up the Big C a lot before you do it. Onyx invalidated. No, he didn't. No, yes, he did invalidate.
He would have been fastest. Yeah, he invalidated it.
Yeah. He's good around here, Onyx. It's this and Melbourne usually the tracks that he does well around. Then he just fades back into the obscurity for the rest of the calendar.
Yeah. He never really has been fantastic on this game, I don't think, so far. I think he would have preferred if we were still on last year's game, but yeah, still. If he can just get that lap right next time, he could be right up there today. As Blizzard gets some slipstream off Liam. Now, this isn't going to work as well as the McLaren's did because he's got by a lot earlier on in the straight. But, nevertheless, if he can really throw it in this last chicane, which he tried to, maybe not fully successfully, but still, it will get him up the leaderboards a bit. But I reckon he probably lost a good 10th on that last chicane. He just turned in a little bit too late at a tighter run. Yellow flags to sector 2 as Louis goes fastest.
Oh, Lewis goes fastest.
Casper now starts his lap. We'll watch him again because Jarno has only just come out of the pits now a few moments ago. There's yellows in sector 1. Hopefully that's just Louis getting out of the way, and it is indeed. Oh, Casper hits the wall. That'll be his lap over. Probably not got any damage, but when you slide into the wall like that, yeah, 7/10 down. Curtains, really. Let's go and watch Jarno then, shall we? As he crawls to a halt on the back straight. But it does get ready to go. Actually, yeah, we probably should watch Midnight. I thought Jarno would not be slowing down like that, but yeah, Midnight will get his lap done first. And so it's only fair to watch him. And we'll see how he gets on.
The more I think about it, his lap is very good for a banker, 7.6. I'll be shocked if he goes any lower than, I say, 6 with that already. So, decent lap from him off the bat.
Yeah, good lap. We'll see if he can improve on it. You can see how much he's sliding out there. One of the most difficult corners on the track, that one, because the wall just, it sneaks up on you. You never think you're going to hit it, but the more you get closer, you already realise you're just not going to be able to avoid it. It's a very annoying corner. And it might...
Probably the only one I like on this track, to be honest.
It might have halted him a little bit. He's down by a little bit in the middle sector. Under a 10th, though, so we can just get a good run onto the back straight and through the last chicane. He could still improve and go fastest. It would surprise me, though. I can see Onyx has got mediums prepared in his pits, and I think he's about to go out in them, actually. I don't really quite know what the thinking behind that is, but Midnight comes up to the line and didn't improve. Was down on the last sector as well. Yeah, Onyx not too sure what he's doing there, but he probably wants to get back in the pits, if I'm honest. Right, Jarno then. Let's see how he's getting on. Through the last chicane, cut it plenty much enough, but then he hit the wall. So this is not going to be fastest, I don't think. Yeah, it's only 11th. I'll say only 11th. He's only 4/10 off the top. It's not like it's miles off, but yeah, that's just how close the field is. The entire top 14 separated by 7.
And this is
12.
The shortest track in terms of lap time.
Yeah.
Or is it second?
I think Austria is shorter, isn't it?
No, Brazil though.
Brazil, you might be pretty much doing the same laps around Brazil, if I'm honest.
It might be the exact same.
On your day, you'll be quicker around Brazil or here, it doesn't really matter. But anyway, Jacob Texas completely bottled that lap. He cut turn 1 quite a lot. And so there goes his running on that tyre. Louis is on an out lap. No one else actually appears to be on a flyer at the minute. We're all either on in laps or out laps, and so we've hit a bit of a lull. So just wait for Louis.
I guess now is a good time for me to tell all of you about my shoulder problems. I'm in a lot of pain, thanks for asking. And yeah, between this and the coronavirus, I'm probably not going to make it to the mid-season break.
Aww. Really sad.
It's really sad.
It is, yeah. Oh well. Well, I'm sure we'll find a replacement for you at some point. It'll be a real nightmare for the guys at the top. Anyway, Louis, he just cut that first corner by too much. I can never tell. But I think he's okay with it. They really do like to cut it massively. I never get away with it when I do my laps here, so I don't know what wizardry he's performing.
The second chicane though.
Yeah, it wasn't great for you there. I was cutting on and off board, but I could see he lost 2/10 there in the first sector. So, yeah, maybe not the best start to the lap at all. And yeah, Onyx in the pits has now decided he's going to get some softs back on, so he'll go out on them this time. Not too sure, like I say, what that detour onto the mediums is all about, but he's rectified that stupid error and is now going to be preparing his lap on softs. Leckel has just crossed the line to start a lap, so we'll follow him after this. I'd be surprised if Louis goes faster just after that first sector alone, because since the track is so short, yeah, he's completely messed the final chicane up. He decides to abandon before even taking it. He knew he would have went wide. So let's see how Lickle Blocks gets along. Well outside 107% rule, so he's got to get that one up. But yeah, running the number 15. That means he gets all my love and respect, of course. I'm so surprised no F1 driver has taken this number yet, because the second they do, they will be my favourite driver ever. But no one's taken it yet. It's
what number?
15. Why haven't they taken the number 15? It's such a lovely number.
11 is taken, which is annoying.
Yeah, well, pretty much all the numbers in the top 20.
Except 59.
All the numbers in the top 20 are taken, are they not? Or have been at some point, just apart from 15. 15 has just been left untouched. It must be an unlucky number for some. As a Lecco, yeah, gives up on that. Right, Onyx. Or Sparks, actually. No, Sparks. We'll watch Spark finish his lap because he's currently getting his dose of slipstream again.
When did he come back?
I don't know. Wasn't paying attention. But he's here.
So you're telling me I get to bully Sparks this season? Oh yes.
Well, he's gone P4. He's gone P4, so not really bully worthy, that one. Good lap.
Oh no, it is bully worthy. He'll get swamped off the start. He'll lose like 4 positions, then he'll finish 7th. Don't worry, we'll have ammunition.
7 isn't too bad. Yeah. Quality sound effects there provided by Odems.
That was me rubbing my hands in the light. Getting cyberbully Sparks.
Cyberbullying on the internet, and he wonders why he lost his Twitter account. Right then, time for more slipstream, as Liam is going way too slowly on the back straight to give Blizzard the full benefit. Again, he'll get by, but maybe he could have squeezed a couple more miles an hour out of that as he heads into the final chicane. Took it a bit better than last time, still not optimum, but as he comes up to the line, will he improve? No, not by much. It's not.
Did.
Oh, he did actually, sorry. I'm blind. Well, do you know what? It's 5th place. Can we bully that?
No, don't bully Blizzard. That's not.
You tell me we can't bully the France merchant.
Call him a sociopath.
We can't bully the France merchant. He didn't win in France.
Yes, just call him a sociopath. That's enough.
Imagine being a France merchant and then not winning there. This is my third plug. Even I managed it.
3.
I know, that's what I'm saying. That's me done.
Real life. It's your neck, mate.
Yeah.
Watching on board with Jarno Oakmere, who on PSN. A monumental occasion.
Oh, he's hit the wall. Not a big hit, but he's really pushing the limits. Up in the first sector.
I would love this lap, not because just because
He took actually came
twitchy
quite.
down the exit.
He took it all right for how his entry was. He seemed to be panicking a bit to the outside and then was able to turn it in, and that's just a massive lockup. Don't be doing that in the race, kids. You'll be in trouble. But
Especially in the wet.
especially in the wet.
Lap now, I feel.
Yeah, it's a good lap so far. It's not up by much, in all fairness. He won't actually gain any positions off of it. Unless, of course, he gains massively in the final sector, which, of course, we're hoping he doesn't for the sake of the championship. But as he comes up to the line, Jarno goes... Yeah, didn't improve enough. Only 12.
Wow.
It didn't look good from the
That
start.
is shocking.
It is, indeed. Midnight didn't improve by enough to go up. And Casper's up by 3/10. Well, this
Okay,
could be
Casper,
some
let's
lap.
talk, please.
Right, up
Let's
to the
have a
line.
conversation here, Casper.
Will he convert the
Okay.
lap? Yes, he will. Louis, can he find anything? He's derated, he won't. Oh, he would have, but he was invalid. And Casper
sorry.
has just pulled
I'm
that
sorry.
lap out of the bag.
I'm sorry, Casper on the third quickest or third shortest track on the calendar has no right going to anyone else. Has absolutely no right doing that. What a lap.
Absolutely fantastic, yeah. Really, really good lap. And by the way, I did mention Rafa earlier. I completely forgot to mention he's not actually here. I didn't remember he was on a pad or not, but he's not actually here. Yeah.
Who?
Sorry. I was saying about Rafa. Don't even you dare. I was saying about Rafa saying he's not here because his internet's all messy.
Oh, okay, okay. No,
Yeah.
I genuinely didn't know what you said.
Right then, so Casper then has pulled a 0.3 out of nowhere. I saw a few people in the chat were saying that 0.3s are so difficult. But there you go, he's done it.
Not when you're not when you're him.
Maybe ugly
It's
helmets.
easy, mate.
Ugly helmet might just be the way to go. That might just be it.
Might be.
I think it's about time I whip out the brown helmet every week now. That's gonna have to be how it works. Oh dear.
Jarno though, all the way down in 12th.
I'm not
Like-
surprised. He was struggling, really, wasn't he? He didn't ever look comfortable out there, and it's good for the championship. Of course, then again, Jonathan, his closest rival's only 8th, but it's still ahead, still points. As Lee Finlay leaves the session, that could be curtains for his race if he can't get back in time.
Yeah, that's not gonna help, is it? Help that from experience.
Right then, so the grid. Casper from Louis, Midnight, Lions, Sparks, Blizzards, Toxic, Jonathan, Onyx, and Paris. Outside the top 10, you've got Liam, Jarno, Lee, Jagotex, Gill, Forbes, Lakitu, Calzo, and Lickleblock. So he just did not get any sort of good lap on the board. And as far as we're aware, it's going to be a wet start, and it should stay wet, I guess, the whole race. I'll get confirmation on that one. But, yeah. I'll just ask them now. Because I hope it isn't wet throughout. We like a bit of a, you know, fun race. Where we've got different conditions, but... Now, actually, you know what? Connor has actually got a good point there, of course. In the chat, in our Twitter chat, wet setups, that could be why Jarno was so far down, maybe. He could have stuck a wet setup on.
Possibly, but who's he going to overtake? And how's he going to overtake? And where's he going to overtake?
This is it. I hate overtaking on this track in the dry because most of the way to do it is either chicanes or a lucky dive bomb in the last corner, or if you get really lucky, you get the whole outside line into the final corner. In the wet, that's just so much more difficult. No one's telling me the weather. I need this information as a commentator. You can see they're on the full wets, so I mean, if anything, it'll be wet for a while.
I think it's raining. I'm not too sure.
Yeah, but obviously, I'm trying to find out whether it'll be wet the whole time. It will be wet the whole time, I assume. So, oh dear. Oh dear, 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 dear. That's not good news because I hate this track. I hate it in the rain.
Is it raining the entire race?
I think so, yeah. You picked a good race to drop out early at one point, in any way.
It's a race to just not do, and
you could pretty much call the results now, right? Couldn't you? I mean, unless of course they get accidents, right? They could have pretty catastrophic accidents out there. So we'll see, because if you do get catastrophic accidents, then you're going to know about it, and we'll get safety cars. So that is one plus. But anyway, yeah. Don't really need to have the tyre information up. I always do this, but there's no need for the tyre information because it's just going to be wet. So we'll have a lovely position change up. We'll let you see how everyone's getting on. I guess the one to watch in this race is going to have to be Jarno down in P12. The championship leader by 24 points. That is 1.5 race wins. It's ridiculous how far ahead he is after only 3 races. And Lee Finlay will not be taking the start. His car is there, but I'm not sure if he can get back in it now. Even if he does come back, doesn't look good for the McLaren driver. As the rest of the guys. You know, hold on, he's back. This is, well, we'll see. Will he be able to hop in the car? I hope so. You want to get a nice full-ish grid. It's a 19 car, not quite 20, but yeah. I don't know if he'll get in that car. I guess I'll just have to wait and see when the lights go out whether he's in it or not. But the rest of the grid are forming up, so if anything, Lee will be last there. So yeah, holding the guys up a tad. But we are getting right in. It is going to be a wet, difficult Canadian Grand Prix. Your championship leader is in the weeds. He's way down the grid in P12. And when the fire lights go out, 35 laps of the Canadian Grand Prix will be ahead of us. And yeah, good luck to the guys. Turn 1's going to be carnage, I can feel it. But we've got a lot of jump starts out there. The top guys, though, kept their cool. They didn't jump. We'll see who ends up pitting at the end of the first few laps. Look at this. Louis all the way around the outside. That was easy into turn 1. I feel like Casper just sort of gave up on that one. Didn't want to do anything too stupid on that one. But it is, as I say, so difficult to pass. So Louis, the champion, is ahead. We've got plenty of free wide action throughout the field as well. You can see it as they all head up through into the second chicane. They've got to break all this up or else there will be accidents. It's so difficult to make overtakes here. But they all appear to be making it through rather cleanly. And Louis is your race leader.
Yeah, that's no surprise. He is a bit happy in the wet. A bit more happier in the wet than he is in the dry. And I wouldn't even say underwear. I think he's just really doing it there. And he has to contend with
Gotta say, Casper is already miles behind. He is not going to be staying in that second place for very long by the looks of it. And Louis, well, this is the perfect scenario for him, isn't it? They just do their thing behind. He'll just pull away in that Williams. Jarno only made the 1 place. In fact, Jonathan actually lost 2. So the 2 title contenders are right next to each other on the track now. You can see Jonathan just ahead. I'd be surprised if Jarno decides to go for that. As Lion has already managed to get a 3-second time penalty for a blatant corner cut by the looks of it. And a big slide there from Lee. He is in the car, but he's barely surviving. There's a Jacotex on the inside of Gill into turn 1. Tries to nick P13, but there's going to be no way through there. Gill just blocks that path off completely. And we've got 3 drivers in the pits. They're all taking drive-throughs. For jumping the start, and of course when one jumps they all jump, really. That's how it works, isn't it? They all sort of react to each other, and so that'll be them all behind. But yeah, up front.
Works if you're a plebeian, maybe.
Yeah. Anyway, front, Louis, nearly 2 seconds. Impressive. Toxic Tomato all over the back of Lion, who yeah, is struggling a bit on the start with the penalty, and trying not to lose any positions. I mean, you can see how difficult it is out there, though. it's not quite monsoon conditions, but it's absolutely tipping it down regardless. Any moves in this hairpin, they're so difficult. You can see Blizzard trying one here. In fact, Paris has been able to make one work on Toxic Tomato. I wasn't watching it. I went off board just as it happened, but it wouldn't surprise you if Toxic Tomato had to get right out of it to avoid a collision as they now go side by side down the back straight. Paris blocking the Toro Rosso off. And Sparks did stay ahead of Blizzard. Midnight 3-second time penalty. Onyx 3-second time penalty. These are going to keep coming. This could be a race where you honestly will get disqualified for the amount of penalties you get. It's one of the biggest risks on here.
Because your lines are just covered by other drivers.
Yeah. I mean, it sounds like a weird excuse, but when it's like this in the rain and you've got loads of cars so close, you can't actually see the apexes. It's so easy to cut them. I mean, into the chicanes, for example, the second chicane in the middle sector, you'll see what I mean. It's the one I always struggle with when I've got cars in front of me. And you just can't see what's ahead of you, as Paris is all over the back of the line. He wants a piece of that now, because you can see Line's really in trouble. And you can see into here, it could be sometimes so difficult to see your line. And you can see Lion is all over the show.
I'm getting some PTSD flashbacks here, because when I raced season 23, it was similar to this. Lewis just pissed off, and the rest of us at each other, holding each other up. And it's a bit of a nightmare. Actually, I remember being behind Sparks. I remember him being very slow.
He's still fourth, okay? It's not going too badly.
Second behind Midnight, by the way.
Well, technically he's ahead on penalties.
He probably sweat like 5 hours for this race.
Yeah, but what else are you meant to do when we're all stuck in quarantine?
That's a fair point. That's a fair point.
I think he's justified. Although saying that, Blizzard is all over him. I think he may have made a mistake in turn 1 there. But yeah, it's pretty much as close to monsoon conditions as you can get. Had a monsoon conditions race earlier. They're great fun, but my god, they're difficult to drive, and this is pretty much right on the border of that. I just hope it isn't full wet.
With a straight face.
Ah?
Great fun, he says, with a straight face.
Yeah.
They're not.
Right, Sparks is balling it now. I think he might be watching the stream clearly. He must be feeling the pressure, because he's just completely messed up that chicane royally. Anyone fancy making any overtakes or not crashed into each other maybe? Or no, okay, there is the move. Onyx is going for it on Toxic. It's not going to work, of course, but at least there's people trying. Because when one person tries, it'll encourage more to try. And yeah, it's a lovely train.
Not sure how that works, Owen.
What's happening up there? That's pretty close now. This is pretty close. Surely Sparks is going to lose that place, and he has. Felt like he let that one happen. He did let that one happen. He was probably...
Have I talked about how easy Sparks take? Because he's remarkably easy to overtake.
Well, that was remarkably easy, I'll give it that. But we've got Lion,
I love Sparks.
and we've got Paris passing Lion. But then Lion gets in.
Today.
Yeah, the Lion's not messing about either. Look at this, back up the inside. He had a good run into turn 6, but you don't want to be making too much contact. That's what I'm saying. One tries, they all try. Here comes Toxic Tomato on the exit, and you thought I was being stupid. Right.
No. You said tries, they all try, as if they needed an encouragement. Obviously, they're going to try if they're all bunching up each other.
Well, this is what I meant, you knob.
Okay, well, it's not what you said.
Oh, right, anyway, Toxic Tomato will get by.
Okay, can I just say, Toxic Tomato and Lion, how they went side by side together was amazing.
Onyx, that's not the way to pass people. That's right, boards divided away, that's more like it. We've got 3 wide in there as well. And this is getting a bit messy now, this train, it has to be said. But luckily no one's crashing into each other. We're just bulldozing our way past, and that's fine.
Completely wrong for Lion.
Oh, don't be trying out the inside there, don't be hitting them either. My goodness, they really are bulldozing their way out of trouble, and I don't quite know how they're getting away with this.
Right behind Jonathan,
oh, look at this! Onyx on the inside, he thinks about it but doesn't go for it. Paris is about to DC, and Lion is under lots of pressure, and he spins. There was a bit of contact there with Jonathan.
Jonathan hit him.
There was always going to be an inevitable contact, but that's really helped Yarno at the P9. And there's still plenty of side-by-side anyway, but Jonathan falls down to P13. He's at the back of the queue. A very, 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 very long queue.
Lion went for a very ambitious overtake on Onyx. Didn't work out, and I'm not sure what happened, but Jonathan tagged him.
I think they were three wide.
Out.
I think they were three wide. I'm pretty sure Yarno was on the inside of the two of them, so that might have been what provoked it. Maybe they all just sandwiched each other.
No,
that's a big slide there! Jonathan! I'd be surprised if he missed the wall there. I need to get a good look. No, he did miss the wall. Okay, fair enough. I'm sure he'll need a new pair of underpants after that, but that was hairy up to the wall there. You probably missed that. That was very scary to watch.
I don't think Yarno was three wide because he was far behind Jonathan going into the corner for a move. I was on with him. So
I think Lion has hit the wall again. I'm not too sure, but he's definitely had another problem. There was yellow flags, and I'm pretty sure that was for him. Maybe getting a bit flustered. And pretty much ruining his race now, unless of course we get a safety car. Which honestly could still be likely. We've still got all 19 drivers in the race, and so one of them crashes, it could be a bit messy. Especially when you've got big trains like this. Just imagine one car loses it. It could cause a complete traffic jam. But yeah, they are spreading out a little bit now. It's nowhere near as close as it was a couple of laps ago.
That was crazy.
It was pretty frantic, and the rain has got a little bit lighter since then. So I think it was monsoon briefly, but 2
seconds to Blizzard.
Yeah, Blizzard's now catching up onto the back of Midnight. Casper 4.6 off Louis though. Louis is on 100% ERS. He is just taking the piss, although in fairness everyone else is on 100%.
Literally is taking the piss. I hate. I really dislike him.
Yes, right, Jonathan. He's getting us back underway with some more action. He tried to get by Jacotex and failed relatively miserably by the looks of it. Just did not get a good exit at all. But now he has a run in towards the final chicane. If he's got any sense, he'll just leave this. Jacotex pits. A couple more pitted as well, I think. Yeah. I'm pretty sure Liam did. And is this for intermediates? It must be. I said the rain was getting lighter. Didn't think we'd be ready for inters just yet, but it is intermediates. And maybe front wing for Jacotex. But Liam then will be, I guess, the front running benchmark for intermediates, and I'd agree, it's time for intermediates. I've got no sort of complaints about that. I'm fully expecting these to work. It's light rain now.
Shame none of the top runners went for it, so we're probably not going to see any switches. Liam basically did what he should have done last week and pit a lap earlier, so he didn't get undercut or not stack up.
Yeah. Well, he's learned from that, and he's what?
Sorry, Casper looked like he had a bit of a moment there, but it's not. He's fine. It's just me being dramatic. Sorry, I'll continue. I'm sorry.
Louis stays out. Casper, your move.
Yeah, the pit surely. Nope.
Okay, Midnight. Okay, Blizzard. Okay, Sparks. No one's saying the obvious.
Paris, no.
Which is of course good news for Liam, if this is the right tire.
I thought everyone was running in.
Yeah, because Liam is running pretty much equal pace right now, and a lap will be faster.
Lee obviously did a masterclass last week in terms of changing up the tyre at the right time.
Exactly. We all thought it was a stupid idea, and moments later, it was proven to be correct. But yeah, Liam is running fine right now. He was just a little bit slower than his full wet lap, and that's on the out lap, so this should easily be his fastest lap of the day, if not the fastest lap of the race.
Was he behind Lee or ahead of him?
I have no idea. I can imagine by the gap he was probably already ahead of him.
Yeah, probably.
This should be a good lap then from Liam, and it is already up by 3/10 on his best attempt so far, so
yeah, they have to pit this lap surely.
Yeah.
Blizzard's definitely pitting this lap.
He's not making massive gains as Lion brings out a safety car, question mark? And we lose Jacotex too. There's been an accident. That's what's happened.
Oh.
Lee has had a crash with Jacotex, and then Lion might have been unrelated. I'm not sure, but Lee was certainly off as well.
Casper went on. Casper went on Midnight Pits, Blizzard Pits. Wow.
Interesting. That's... Well, he's in trouble now, isn't he?
Paris goes on too.
I don't understand. Why would you not pit? Maybe I can sort of understand Paris. He's going to lose just about as much time either way. Little speed under the safety car. He was the lobby host, and so I guarantee he went for the floor it as soon as it says VSE's coming in. That glitch is where if you aren't the lobby host, as long as you're in the green when it says VSE ending, you can bomb it away. You could be a second outside the delta. It could be well in the red, but you'll still get away with it. Lickle, the host, cannot do that, so he got caught out. Nice one. It's on the game. It is on the game, mind you, but still, don't be being stupid now. Right then, so that VSC kind of did spoil Liam's master plan, didn't it? Unfortunately. Yeah. Still, he's 12. And there's still like 5 more people out there. But the point is,
terrible stuff.
5 more people though yet to pit from wets, and so they might well jump all of them. I don't know. Maybe they won't jump the top 2, but pretty much everyone from Forbes down who's been on the wets will lose out. And of course the top guys. Casper still stays out. Interesting.
Probably has an idea here.
Well, they must be. Is it going to rain again? Heavier then? I wonder. Are they expecting more heavy rain on the way?
Must be it.
I've got it right. Do forgive me, but I've got to bring up F3 again, and I've got a good reason for it. In the France race, basically what we had was it was basically the opposite of this, right? Where it was basically the full wet was the tire to be on for about 5 or 6 laps, but I stayed on the insert, and sure I lost time eventually, but then it went back to light rain and it was okay. And so this suggests to me, the guys that are staying out, that we're going to go back to heavy rain at some point. What other reason have they got to stay out unless it'll be dry, and then they can just go from wets to dry? So that wouldn't work either. They must have some rhyme or reason for being out, because they've had ample time to pit.
You gave a plug, so I'm going to give a plug. Back in F1 2017, in a league that will not be named, so I want to respect PSGL F1 One Hub. In Canada, it was wet tires. The game automatically puts on wet tires in the rain, but me being the big brain legend I am, I changed the intermediate. So I started last. Opening few laps were terrible. Lo and behold, lap 4, everyone pits. I go to 4th place, win the race because I'm a legend. So yeah, I don't really have a moral to apply to this. I'm just talking about how great I am.
Paris is pitted. But Casper stayed out.
Good times.
So what was Paris doing then?
Yeah, that's weird.
Actually, I'd have thought Casper must have some reason, right?
Yeah.
Because, maybe what... Right, this could be total crap, and I could be talking out my arse, but will the inters that Louis, Midnight, etc. on, will they actually get to the end, do you think? Or will they have to pit again? Because what Casper could be doing, maybe, is waiting.
Paris lost literally nothing, by the way.
Yeah, that's worked out okay for him, hasn't it?
How? That makes no sense. Why is he totally fine?
The only reason I can maybe see them setting out on these wets is that they're going to try and do a 1-stop. The rest might well be on 2 stops. I don't think that the interest will go there to the end. Because what Casper could do, let's say theoretically, he might just pit this lap, but if he doesn't, he could wait for Louis to catch him. Once Louis catches him, he pits for inters, takes him to the end, and maybe Louis will fall apart. He'll have to pit. Well, we'll see. I could be wrong. I am wrong. Yeah, I am wrong. So, you've got to ask the question, why wait so long? When there was a VSC, why didn't they just pit? Because this will cost Casper 2nd place.
Will it though?
It has to. Mind you, it is a short pit lane. Oh, this will be close actually, you know, because Casper comes out now, but of course he gets to skip turn 2. It's whether he can get it slowed down or not.
Yep, he's fine.
He is fine, just about fine. Okay.
He's lost about 17 years to Lewis.
The only
But
one
other than
who's
that, he's
gained
fine.
in this entire thing is Louis. How typical is that?
But that's interesting. Maybe his tires won't get to the end and Casper's will. It's
Yeah.
interesting to know.
It's only 3 laps, so difference. I would have thought if he was really worried about him getting to the end, he would have waited a bit longer.
And even if they can't get to the end, Lewis will probably still pull away from Casper, and when he goes onto those inters again, he'll be right on his tail.
I'll see what the experts in the comments think.
I think
Oh, I've got no idea. Safety car virtual again. As Jarno, championship leader, has bottled it. Now has
my God, Jarno's out.
Has Lee and Lakitu hit each other? No, they didn't quite. But yeah, Jarno's terrible day
Weird place to crash.
has come to an end. He's done a Hamilton. He might have done a Hamilton.
Pretty late, lost some traction, or did he just go, I don't care anymore, and bin it?
Yeah, it's not not the right place for Hamilton. It's more the right place for like a Massa in 2011. But yeah, now Forbes, he gets the chance to pit as we go green again. So maybe he didn't. He actually gains nothing. So yeah, well, a pretty miserable time then for Jarno has come to an end.
Yeah.
He wasn't
dominant around here, but
he wasn't on to score. But yeah, what's interesting, and I'm only noticing this now. Your favourite driver, Sparks, has put wets on when he pitted. He did pit for wets, so it could just be the middle ground. Because you know what? They're running around at the same pace right now. That could be why Casper didn't lose massively. By the way, here comes Blizzard on the inside of Midnight. This is for P3. A bit of a risky one, this, but if he can make it work, he'll be very, very happy indeed, and he has.
he has. Good stuff. Connor just said that Yana had an incident with Jonathan, which...
Again?
That's weird. How does Connor know that? Are they in a party?
Man, they're bum chums, aren't they? Yeah, look at this. I think Jonathan's got damage or something. He's really struggling through the chicane. He gets overtaken. That front wing's broken on both sides. So, yeah, that would support the theory. Yeah, then again, he would have pitted before. Yellow flags. As we see, Paris all over the back of Sparks, who then gets a 3-second time penalty. Now, will he make this difficult? Oh, they hit each other, but Paris does get through. Or does he actually? Yeah, he's gone wide, didn't make it stick. Sparks holding his own
Paris
there.
not unable to overtake Sparks, the wettest driver on the... commit seppuku right now. That is shocking.
Right, well, I've just got to see what this does for the championship, by the way. Obviously, we've got the top 2 in massive trouble. Liam is currently 9th as well, so it's not going too well for him. Jacotex is out. Casper, yeah, okay. Casper is 34 points behind, but he's currently 2nd. And then, obviously, Louis right up there as well. So they should be both moving up a little bit as Paris finally gets past. He should stay ahead this time. I would be total surprised if Casper tries on the inside, but that's just going to let Onyx in with a shot. I wouldn't be surprised if there's damage actually to that front wing now of Sparks. I think like a rather sizable hit, but they've both survived it as Louis has the fastest lap of the race. And yeah, Sparks will be under pressure now from Onyx. But will he stay out? Yes, he will, as Onyx completely misses the corner. That was not good.
Sorry, I was simping for someone. What happened? When did Sparks get overtaken by Paris?
Sparks got overtaken by Paris. Now Onyx is the next one in line to pass. He nearly got by the hairpin, but there was no room. They were too busy crashed into each other, Paris and Sparks.
Yeah, I think Sparks' tires are done.
They have to be. It's certainly, yeah, he's lost the place.
Pulling off the track once again, Sparks.
Sebastian Sparks. He's gonna now do Sebastian Vettel at turn 6 maybe. Yeah, he didn't quite. He's gonna do it on the exit of 7. I don't think anyone else has done that in this race. Or, yeah, anywhere. So, yeah, Gill now gets by. Yay. Lakitu now all over Lee as well. Fancying an overtake at some point.
Well, Ryan Lee's been in the wars this way, so this will be an interesting one.
And Louis is just showing off at this point, by the way.
Yeah, the race is a lot more fun if you just pretend he's not there. I promise.
Yeah. So,
There goes Lakitu.
yeah, Lakitu on the inside. There will almost certainly be contact, and that'll just help him through the corner, actually. He might get a nice exit. There's more contact, and he'll have to get a run as Sparks does pit. That could be really game over for him, for points anyway. But Lakitu, no way through unless you're unless you got a death wish. On the exits, however, the final chicane, a much better run, a much easier opportunity to overtake. As they head down to turn 1 on the inside, goes Lakitu. More contact and no move. Interesting. Jarno has left. He doesn't want to watch anymore. He's yeah, he's had enough. He's gonna cry himself to sleep tonight. After
actually, come, no, never mind.
Oh, look at that! That's stupid. That's really stupid there from Lakitu. Sorry, I shouldn't call it stupid. How about more clumsy as Lakitu taps the back of Lee? It's just that then Lakitu was being nice, and so he didn't want to rush ahead. But now Toxic Tomato's on the scene, and so they both lost time.
Oh, did he let him?
He didn't pass him. He pushed him off the track, but then held back and didn't pass him.
No, that's good sportsmanship. Shut up.
Yeah, but now Toxic Tomato's on the back.
Yeah, and?
Yeah, and... Actually, do you know what? Toxic Tomatoes is way down in 14th. He's had a bit of a drop-off at the start. I thought he was a bit higher up.
Yeah, he was at one point.
Yeah, it didn't really work for him. He must have been one of the drivers that was on wets earlier that waited a while to pit. That's a corner.
The lead took the last corner so slowly. Here's the keeper around the back of him.
He wasn't really very assertive into turn 1 on the last lap, so I'm not surprised that he's not on this lap either, as Jonathan sets another fastest lap. Is it a coincidence that the second Jonathan becomes just Jonathan again and not ILRT Jonathan, his performance falls off a cliff?
Yeah, now it's because he got rid of the tag, the ILRT tag. Now he just sounds like just some guy called Jonathan.
He might as well stick VRT on there.
Yeah.
Sorry,
RBC.
Brett. I mean, no offense, Brett. Just a funny joke.
No offense, Brett.
Right, it's Toxic Tomato going to assert his dominance on Lakitu into the hairpin. He thought about it, and Lakitu thought about it because I Britain stuff a little bit. And now Toxic Tomato will go for the exit, and he will get it this time. That doesn't actually normally come off too well, but yeah, Toxic Tomato is up into P13. Lakitu, do not stick your nose in, for the love of Christ. Good man. Now, Lickle's on the back of it. And yes, folks, you will be quickly realising that our only focus is on the fight for 12th. Yeah, sorry about this. We're trying to make it sound interesting for you.
Where did he start this race? Was he like 6th?
Where did who start the race?
Yeah, where did he start?
No, but who? I mean, Toxic?
Blizzard.
Or Blizzard? Oh, I'll check. Yeah, 6th.
He's doing very well to get up to third. I'm pretty sure he's overtaken all those drivers too.
Yeah, not too bad.
Casper has fresher tires too, and he's still right on the back of him, so...
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if there's a move soon, but at the same time I kind of would. Because it's Blizzard. If it was someone else, as Lakitu gets that completely wrong, is going to lose that P14, surely. Here's the way to make this fight more interesting. Just remove the ones at the start and you'll think we're fighting for second. Ooh, lovely. Ooh, fantastic. Suddenly it's so exciting again. Lickle gets by for P4 maybe, or are they going to crash? Then they touch. Close enough, and then he hits the wall. But yeah, Jonathan's been banging in fastest laps as well. He'll be catching up to this in a moment. But yeah, Blizzard... Like I say, if it wasn't Blizzard who was having to... Oh dear. I just cut off the fight as soon as Nico had an accident. And Jonathan's cut the corner, so the field they've come together. Is there damage? Damage, have you got Jonathan? I can't tell because we've got a really bad angle. No, there's no damage, but he has got a penalty. See, saying I cut off the good fight to watch the boring fight for a second, something happens. So we'll just stick on this fight until the thing happens, which it might actually be about to. Nah, what am I doing? Of course there's nothing going to happen. It's Blizzard. If it was anyone else, like I say, that wasn't Blizzard going for the move, then I'd watch it. But Blizzard will not go for it.
To be fair, ERS rather, stalling doesn't really work in the wet, so there's a chance you will actually try it.
Oh, that's in the wall! And Toxic Tomato, well, Lee really kind of did shove him into that wall. I don't think he'll be too happy about that at all. The Tunnel also driver. Yeah, there was no room left for him. No room left for him. Just watch it back there. It's like Lee just didn't see him. Bit of a clumsy mistake that. Well, there goes that fight in a matter of laps. I was enjoying that.
I wasn't.
It wasted a good 6 or 7 laps. And now we've got to try and figure out how to fit the last 15 laps in without falling asleep. I mean, we'll watch the fight. There's definitely a fight for second. Are there any penalties for these guys? Ah, for God's sake, Blizzard. Yes, there's a penalty for Blizzard. How do you even get that? It's a 5-second penalty.
Honestly, if I met Blizzard in real life, I'd punch him. That's all I have to offer. That's all I have to add to that. That I would commit physical assault on his person if we were to meet in a real life setting.
Right. Hitting Lee now.
Closest gap is 8/10 Forbes on Calzo. And there's 13 laps left. Buckle in, guys. This is going to be a great race.
I just wonder if that's the first sign of pit stops that'll get for the audiences, because again, let's theory craft. Say these tires don't live to the end of the race. Would Louis be able to pit? Would he risk pitting as he gets a penalty? Would Casper be able to survive on those extra 3 laps? Or am I just, again, talking out of my arse?
Regardless of what you ever say, you are talking out of your arse, but I think you're right.
Right. Come on, Blizzard. Oh, Jesus Christ, Blizzard. I was about to start hyping him up, but...
I've learned that you can't hype anybody up. The only person you can hype up is Yarno, because he won't just make a stupid mistake afterwards.
Yeah. And ironically, I wasn't even hyping him up, and he wins it. Oh dear. Right, what do I watch now then? What's that for? Nothing's happened. Oh no, sorry, Toxic Matter was spun off. How do you do that there? Has he hit someone or what? As Louis gets ready to lap him. He's lost the whole front wing now as Toxic Tomato, and I have absolutely no idea why. Because he spun quite a long way after that chicane. As we go green again. Well, that was pointless, wasn't it? I mean, you could have at least put out a full safety car. Let go was the only person to think to pit. But, 5-second penalty for Toxic as well as he retires in as a pit lane.
That would be lovely. Safety car would be lovely, lovely, lovely.
It would be, wouldn't it? But we're not going to get it.
Casper pits, so does Blizzard. Okay.
Okay, this strategy gets more and more confusing by the lap. Can I just say this now?
I guess the Inters weren't going to the end. Paris pits, Onyx pits, Gill pits.
Midnight stays.
SUV Liam Parnell stays out.
Interesting.
I wonder if Schwarzenegger goes to the end.
Well, yeah, that could be a shout.
He might have a
Although,
massive undercut.
nah, he's not going to gain anything. He's going to gain.
Nah, he doesn't have no talent.
Yeah, he'll gain a maximum of one position. What? Yeah.
You didn't expect him to get. Where was he when he pitted?
He was like
Whoever took him
6th
by
or
then.
7th, but yeah.
No, I think Gil got. No, I think Gil got past him.
Yeah.
Oh, you would expect him to be a bit closer there, but I was not to be.
Just got no talent, yeah. Right then, fellas. Louis now pits. Midnight, will he follow suit? Nope. I doubt he'll even lead the race, Midnight. Louis had that big of a gap. Could give us a bit of entertainment, this. Let's see who gets out first. Midnight or Louis? Yeah, Louis. So, I couldn't be more pissed off at that. Just give us something. What are we gonna ask Louis in the podium interviews? There's nothing to ask him.
That's why is he so obese? I know why, but it's explaining. I wanted to say Midnight's having a very good race and a pretty good season for him by Rainbow. As I said, he crashed, so I'm going to try again. He started off as a very lowly peasant back on one hook in the podium tier, known as CXY, and now look at him. That was back in 2018. Now look at him. He's in PSGL F1, and he's in podium position. That is impressive to say the least. So,
this time last season I was stuck in LR5 and now I'm a F3 challenger leader. I'd say my rise is just as big. Shut your face. I'd say my rise is just as big, you know. Stuck in the depths of LR5, imagine that. Great fun, like, but just second lowest tier.
I would just like the jury to let it be known that 0 people asked.
I just like the jury to know that you didn't have any permission to make that joke.
Okay, sorry. There are 40 people watching this.
What are they watching? Are they just having chats in the chat then, or? Because I think I peeked in the chat at one point. I saw that Mark was trying to make it sound interesting. He was doing an alright job. I think if there was a radio commentary of this or like a transcript on the internet, then maybe it would sound more interesting than it was. But we all knew this was going to happen. The interesting question we've got to ask: will Midnight stay out? Will he get to the end on these tyres? Almost certainly won't, but we'll see if he can, because that could create some flaming interesting fights at the end, actually, with Casper and Liam. Will he stay out? This will be doing wonders for his championship.
Big C in the chat said, offer for Mickle today, time to retire. I think that's a very fair assumption.
Well, I mean, considering he's up in 15, I think it's been quite a good day for him, actually. No? Doesn't land? Okay. Right, Jonathan is on the back of Calzo. Going by his track record so far today, he'll crash into him imminently. But hopefully he can make a clean overtake. Didn't see his other 2 accidents, but we know we had them. Lots of wheel spin after he said it's pride. Maybe he's just crashed on his own, and Liam, well, no real fight there against his teammate Blizzard. Just to compound our boredom, you know. You could have tried and defended.
Oh, I thought he didn't serve his penalty, didn't he?
He probably served his 5-second, yeah. Right, we've got a 3-way fight. Yes, a 3-way fight.
Oh,
Paris on 3 lap hold Inters versus Forbes on 13 lap old Inters. Da-na-na-na-na. Who's going to win this? Could be quite fun actually. Because I reckon Forbes, and we're looking at how Liam's doing, and Forbes realistically is looking to get to the end, and Paris and Alex both get a penalty at the exact same time. So yeah, it's been quite fun to watch actually, these guys. Because the penalties will build up, so this will be important to get by it quickly. And then, like I say, we'll have Casper and Blizzard probably in the same situation at the end. Maybe more Blizzard with the penalties, as you can see, you guys have one. But they'll be trying to get by Midnight, who will absolutely be hoping and praying he can hold on to that second place. It'll be quite a tense few laps for him.
He's not getting absolutely slided down there. The gap is staying fairly good.
I mean, can I just say, Midnight has scored 1 entire point all season, so we'll be looking to...
I know, but he's always been up there.
Well, he is up there at the minute. He's doing a good job.
Yeah.
Anyway, here comes Paris. Right on the back. He's going to be into the back. Any of that front wing missing? No, they get away with a lot of taps into there, but it's going to close it all right up as we fight away on the back straight. We'll have 6 to go at the end of this one. And we'll see if Liam continues, by the way, because if Liam continues, he'll be doing 21 laps. It'll be the same amount of laps that Forbes is doing, so Forbes should easily get to the end then. That's the good news. It means we should get a nice, entertaining, lengthy fight. As everyone starts leaving, I don't understand you people. Right, Forbes defends to the inside, but that gives Liam the inside into the turn 2. Aggressively, he forces his way past up into P6. But...
Look at the Force India drivers have been absolute wetties.
It's a racing point, man.
Sorry, racing points.
My god, it's not that hard. It doesn't even look like a Force India.
Okay, in my defense, if we were actually like watching F1 in real life, like if F1 in real life was actually happening, I probably would be calling them racing points. It's just now it's pink, and I just think Force India. Okay.
But Force India was like, you know, just not pink. It was pink, like, yeah, sure it was pink at the end, but orange and green and white and black and all of that. As Onyx, well, for goodness sake, could you make that any easier, Forbes? My goodness.
What is it about racing points? Absolute ways.
I have no idea. He just opened the door up there so easily. His choice, I guess. Maybe he didn't want to be in an accident. He tried to scare Onyx into the final corner, but just slowed himself down more. Right, 6 to go. Big question then. Is Casper going to catch Midnight? How is the penalties between these two? Oh, Jesus.
It's not look. It's not okay.
Midnight has got 8, Star has got 0.
Nice.
Blizzard has got 6 seconds, and he's had 6 warnings on the last 3 laps.
Oh dear.
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear.
I like how you ruined our last bit of tension by looking at the penalties. Good job.
Sorry about that. Well, listen, Midnight's still on for a podium now, so
Sure.
we could change the big question to will Blizzard step on the podium? In fact, Liam, if he's got away scot-free with no penalties, when did he get a 5-second time penalty? I didn't even notice that. He's got 8 seconds as well. God, these people are so bad. It's not that hard to not get penalties.
Their penalties, their 5-second penalties. Oh, Jonathan dive bombed on Calzo. I was going to get the traction, so not going to quite work.
Oh, wow, the slide. That slide is a bit worrying, actually, for Jonathan. He won't be careful he doesn't blow those tires up. So do you know what, right? I'm going to put the question out there to you. And I'm sure I'll ask Casper this when he gets on the podium later on, but why didn't he just stay out then? Because look at this, sure, he's a few seconds lap, or like a second lap quicker than Midnight, but I mean, he could have won this. He's got no penalties. How many's Louis got? He's got the 1 penalty. I mean, you gotta say, I mean, Casper might really leave this race thinking that he's blown it. And if he doesn't think that, I'm sure as hell gonna tell him that. Because just thinking about it, he did kind of blow this, didn't he?
Nickel blocks and Lee Finley both hands at each other. This will end amicably and well.
Oh yeah. I cannot wait for this. Also, you've got Liam and you've got Paris and you've got Onyx. They'll all be fighting that one soon, and that'll be even easier than the passes on Forbes, unless of course Liam actually knows how to defend. Oh my god.
Ooh. Ooh.
I mean, that's all you can really say about that, isn't it? I mean, he's not got damage again. They've been able to survive a dive bomb with that hairpin. But we got to probably cut over to Paris. You can see he's right there on the back of Liam. Of course, Liam's tires could go bang any moment. You've got to remember that. So we'll definitely be keeping an eye on that. But back to Lickle. Let's see if we can get a run on at the final corner. Bit of lag. He didn't actually hit him, I don't think. Just a bit of lag there out of the final corner. But oh whoa, my goodness, he's getting proper close there. What's your watch? Suddenly we've got too many options. Here comes Paris down the inside into the hairpin. If he makes that, I'll be surprised. But actually, he got that very nicely slowed down. But now Liam will surely have a nice exit. And he's got plenty of ERS to use. Will he fancy going right back for that? Because he'll have Onyx on him before he knows it. So he's got to be careful. Also, you've got Casper all over Midnight. This is starting to get a bit tasty.
Ooh, lock up into the final corner from the Liam. That's not good.
Yeah, could be curtains for him against... do you know what? It could even be curtains against Forbes as well. Because I'm sure his tires will be certainly in the orange right now, Forbes. But maybe Liam will be close to red. Same with Midnight, you've got to say. I think he would be on for a podium, but as Blizzard keeps closing, you just don't know. This will go down to the final lap, I guess, of all this.
I need to just let Casper through and hope he can stay as close as much as possible in that position off Blizzard. Because Onyx comes on the inside of Liam.
Yeah, gets it done quite easily by the looks of it. Up into
Jonathan is still behind Sparks. Well, not Sparks.
Calvo. Right then, 2 laps to go in this Canadian Grand Prix. It's taken a while to get back up to good form than it was earlier, but now we've got something interesting to watch.
Completely bottled that. I don't know what he didn't live on the grass, and Jonathan got the place.
Oh dear. And Casper is really harrying the back of the Taurus now. I hope to Christ he hasn't he hasn't asked Jeff about penalties, because if he has, as the rain stops, in fact, that's just sod's law, isn't it? Louis gets another penalty, that'll be even more, I mean, if he gets 3 more penalties in the next couple of minutes, you know, then Casper will win, but Casper's going to be really regretting this, I think. And if he isn't, I'm going to make sure he is, as Lickle is all over Lee still, but there's just no way through. I'm so surprised that Liam's tyres are still going. They haven't gone bang yet, which is impressive.
He's correcting them something.
Final lap starts. Casper still just harrying the back but not making any overtakes. Will DRS get enabled at any point on this lap? There's quite a bit of spray, but there is a dry line emerging, and that could help this fight get across the line in an entertaining fashion. Let's go to Lickle and Lee, because it looks like Lickle's about to make this one on the inside into the hairpin. Surely he's going to try it on the brakes.
Oh, so now he brakes tentatively.
Yeah, no, he doesn't try. Maybe get a better exit though.
Every single driver on the field, I just want that to make it.
He should get this done now. Outside line, but He's out of ERS. Out of ERS. That's a bugger. It's really gone and buggered in there. But Louis has had it all his own way today. It's been pretty easy as Forbes does get by the puncture-ridden Liam. It's gone. The tire is gone. As Louis out in the final corner, he hasn't hit the wall of champions, and it is his first win of the season. Good job, Louis. And look at this. You've got Casper on the inside. This could be in the wall if you're not careful.
Oh, it's going to help with it so much.
Midnight loses it. Did he get a puncture? He might have got a puncture there, Midnight.
Oh, just. Casper going on the inside of Midnight there. Almost really ruined Midnight.
Oh, look at Liam! Oh my goodness. I have no idea how I didn't kill him. Right, we find the limit then. 27 laps is the limit for these tires. As he surely just crawl to the line. Get in your hands and knees. Just get to the line. And there he goes. He's made it. But yeah, Casper then got second place. Midnight third, just about nearly lost it to Blizzard. And then it's Paris fifth. With Gil sixth, Forbes, and then Onyx, Sparks, Calzo. Oh my god, Lickle. Dead. Lickle dead.
Just like my local day.
Oh. Right. Well, it's your responsibility, I've decided, to suggest the top 3 to get into the party so we don't spend half our time on a blue screen.
I need to go eat food though, so I'll suggest them, then we'll go.
Right, okay.
Alright, so Lulu.
Lovely name, that. Lulu.
Casperino.
Oh, look, the rain's back. Right, well, while Odin does that, we'll quickly go through the order. Louis from Casper, low-key, maybe will feel he might have won that one, but Midnight, Blizzard, Paris, Gil, Forbes, Onyx, Sparks, and Calzo. Then outside top 10, you got Jonathan, Liam, and Lee, with the retirements being Lickle, Lakitu, Toxic, Yarno, Jaketex, and Lion. Don't worry, Yarno is still miles clear. There's no danger of him losing that anytime soon. And yeah, Liam's not going to be too happy that he lost it all at the very, very end, but oh well. So how these things work. It's a good day for Louis and Casper to win the championship, it has to be said. Right. Righty. We'll get them all given invites. We'll have a wee chit chat. Gotta figure out how to not make it sound like Louis dominated the race. Make this sound like.
So Lewis, you almost won that. You almost lost that one. Take us through how hard that was.
Oh, it's the most difficult race you ever had in this career. Yeah. Confusion is the best way of going about it. Right. Casper has joined the party. But has he got a microphone? And is it on? And is the voice on share? Oh, big questions. Right then, we've got everyone from the podium actually in the party. You're all very quick, you're all very well behaved. I'm impressed. And I'll probably start then with Louis then, if you can hear me first of all.
Yeah. Hello.
Right, so I'm gonna try and make this sound like you did have a chance of losing this one. I'm gonna go out on a whim and say that you're lucky you won this one. And I'll explain this now. Because I'm surprised, and I want to get your thoughts on this, Casper, if you're also there, you might come. Why didn't you just stay out, Casper, when the second pit stops came around? Because I reckon the tires would have got there. You could have had that on the penalties, because Louis had, I think, 6 seconds.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah, Casper would have definitely got that, yeah. I made it to the end, and I was on like 80 going into the last lap, so.
Anyway, sorry, I just needed to get that out there because it really annoyed me. But anyway, yeah. So Louis, was there anything difficult about the race, or were you just sort of cruising out there? Like, did you actually have to try tonight?
Well, yeah, you have to try and keep it on the road. But other than that, it's quite a good race. Happy with my pace. The advantage of losing line as well, that it takes the other users of no line to get up to speed a bit when they've done no practice in the wet. So I managed to pull away early before Blizzard and etc. and Caspar got up to speed.
Who's etc.?
Blizzard, Caspar, Liam. I don't know if you used line or not.
Oh, I
No, I
you
meant-
want to say me. I know you want to say me, don't you? Come on.
No, I meant. Do we have a driver called etc.?
Yeah, he's new. Next week, he was
Oh,
on.
okay.
Mine gets blown. But yeah, right, I've got to ask about the qualifying laps actually as well, because it was super close out there. I think we were quite surprised at how quick you were, Casper. What was that lap like then? Were you on a dry setup or a wet setup?
I was on a dry setup, but I did make some minor changes so it suits the wet a bit more.
Alright, fair enough. I was wondering if, yeah, if that would have made you a bit quicker because of the full dry, but yeah, a bit of wet in there. So that was a good lap. We were very surprised about that. I think you'll like our reaction if you watch it back on the stream. It was a very nice lap. But
Very nice lap. Slapped up that Lewis fella real good.
I validated my last lap.
your last lap was actually quicker, but we'll ignore that because you probably must have cut a
It was
corner
quicker.
somewhere.
It was quicker.
Yeah, because you cut a corner somewhere. Right?
Yeah, the last
Yeah.
corner.
Yeah.
When everyone's been doing that all weekend practicing.
Yeah.
Was it quicker than Casper's?
Yeah.
It was.
What's up cheating then, fella?
200-300s or something.
Stop cheating then.
Just
I
don't-
won anyway.
Well, yeah. Well, on the championship then, I will get on to Midnight in a second. I haven't forgotten you.
Hey,
Don't worry. But before I get on to you, just 1 second. Yarno, Jonathan, and Liam all kind of had disasters today, and you two finished 1-2. You, Louis, and Casper. So that's going to help your title charge a little bit because Yarno was pulling away quite a lot, and you had a bit of a slower start. So how do you feel about the rest of the season now? Will you be able to get some momentum off this, do you reckon?
If it's wet, then maybe. But realistically, my target's second. As shown in esports, Yarno is probably the fourth driver, or at least the fourth quickest on this game. So just to be anywhere near him is probably a great season for me.
That's really disappointing. You ruined my life saying that. You've got to entice the audience to come back next week and the week after.
I'll stuck him. Yeah, easy.
Right, good
20
lad.
seconds
Right.
a race.
We'll get Connor to coat that one. And what about you then, Casper? How are you feeling about the rest of the season? You reckon you can get some momentum off this as well?
Yeah, absolutely. Just gonna do my best and see what I can do in the next few races.
And of course, the guy that started today on one single point, Midnight, you must be feeling pretty happy about the podium. Although you nearly lost it.
yeah, nearly.
What was that like in the last chicane then? You must have been absolutely just panicking.
Oh, honestly. Yeah, especially on the last lap as well. Me and Cats going side by side. I really didn't want to give position, but also I didn't want to lose it. So I didn't really know what to do. So I kind of just half-heartedly defended it, but also just kind of cut the chicane just to make sure I don't crash out. But yeah.
Right, and so we've got Austria then next week. How are we all feeling about that one?
One of the best tracks in the game.
Vomit.
Nice pad you got there, Edmund.
That's my face, yeah?
How?
I don't really like
Skype me.
Okay. After the interview, yeah.
But now I can say, personally as a commentator, I'm just going to tell you now, I'm not looking forward to Austria. I'm looking forward to racing it, but I'm not looking forward to commentating it because I have a feeling that it's going to be an absolute AIDS fest.
I don't
So-
like it. Hate it.
Okay, that's a good
I
start.
hate I think it's 5 and 6. The little left-right in the middle sector. I just hate it.
Wait, Lewis, who?
I hit turn 1. Don't you dare, Owen. I hit
Shut up! Oh.
I hit turn 1 I'm personally looking forward to that one. We need to make sure that it's on midday, not official, so that we don't get that stupid sunlight at turn 1. Like seriously, who at Codemasters thought that was a good idea? So annoying.
Probably Megamind.
Yes, well, wouldn't surprise me. Right, Odins, would you like to ask something now?
Hello Casper, I miss you and I love you. Mwah.
Not really a question though, is it?
I love you too.
Well, that's all I wanted to say.
Right, well, I guess that'll be it for us then, unless anyone has anything to add. I'll let that hang in the air for another few seconds.
I got a lucky podium. I want to say that. But
Right,
I made it. That's
we'll
about
get-
it.
We'll get that quitted as well. And by the way, I was just going to say actually, before the stream, the PSGL F1 account put out a lovely tweet saying 4 in a row, part 2. So I think the idea is that we just keep saying that every week in relation to Giorno. That doesn't matter in what scenario, the person who has to be 4 in a row never manages it. Because we had Blizzard last week in France, and we had Giorno today. So yeah, just a bit of a thought for the admins. It was a bit closer. I'm not saying to...
Actually, I went 4 in a row once. 4 in a row being better than Lewis, because he's a prick.
How many PSGL F1 titles you got?
How many times have you gone outside in the past year?
I went out Tuesday, thank you very much.
Well, you're not meant to be doing that, you idiot. We're on
I
lockdown.
said the past year.
You can go for a walk.
Sure, that's what they all say. I'll be looking for you. Don't ask how I manage that, but you better not be outside too much or else you'll kill yourself and other people. In fact, everyone else in the stream, stay home for God's sake. We probably should be pushing this a bit more than we are. But just watch F1 or just play F1. Make an investment, buy a Switch or something.
Or-
Just play games.
Your choice.
Have you heard? Super Mario is going to have loads of its games remastered. I'm so getting a Switch, that'll be me through lockdown. Anyway, I'm rambling. Thanks for watching, everybody, on the stream. Hope you all enjoyed the race.
Shut up! On the Xbox and PS4 about to get pushed back, PS5 rather.
Ah, they better not be. Please no.
I think they are. Like them on the crisis, isn't it?
But that means we have to play another season on this game.
So fun
No.
on me.
Not that it'd be a big issue for me, but I know it's an issue for other people. Anyway, right, we are just rambling at this point, so I think we're going to close this before it goes wrong. Also, Odin has been swearing so much, man. And you didn't even
I haven't
hear
swear a
what he
single
was
time
doing
this stream.
before the stream started. Jesus. Anyway, we'll end this before we get in trouble. Thank you all for watching. Hope you all enjoyed it. And we will be back next week with the Austrian Grand Prix for F1. Of course, there'll be more races throughout the week. I am Champions Leader in F3. Watch me on Sunday at 8 PM. You might see me win another race. Hopefully.
Wow.
And yeah, see you. Safe travel, everybody. And no one complain about my plugging.